Day kit through, but the vehicle is absolutely stomped out right now. He might be able to get it a little bit of a distance out of there, but Alpha 7 knows that they need to get a move on. Stadium being such a big feature of this next circle as well leaves E-Arena in a really good spot, but how has Tiamba managed to squeak their way in?
Tiamba that was showing its incredible form in terms of the fights, at least early on the drops.
They get into a devilishly good position with what they've shown. Maybe that could be a bit of a dark horse twist in the narrative for them going into game one on Rondo.
GS limping over. Milu opens up over towards Schweppes though. The off angler for E-Arena. Bit awkward. GS might hear this and want to aggress on it. Again, there's lots of little angles you can play in, but Milu will clean up one. Gets immediately refried by Morban. ETSH finding Carrillo inside the Pagoda. Alpha 7 might now moving Doom. Squeeze out, gets knocked out of the vehicle. Rebo not in a good position, leaving Obscure with it all to do now, but NASA last left alive for ETSH. Rebo went down to the blue, he did his job. Got a fair few knocks on through. Obscure now needs to move up, get a little bit closer. Has hit the first aid kit soon. NASA though, cleaning out these eliminations. He peaks with that much HP, he's confident.
Unbelievable scenes. So close to his demise as well, but they're able to at least top themselves back up, get over towards the recall tower if possible. It could be a saving grace for Alpha 7 Blank.
Gonna drop down towards that south side now. He has time to do it, but once we hit stage 4, it's gonna get a little bit more difficult. He has to commit now, and kind of skidding off the road there doesn't feel good. Next circle will hit Stadium. We have not seen one of these in quite a while, and we get to see our first one now here in EWC. GS team playing on the outer edges at the moment. Rihan working off these stairways. It's a good place to play. Being able to peek up and down at the back of it is fun to work against. Benongshan Red Force, they're up first. JS9 in the hands of XZY.
Nice first knock round the backside, nade in to attempt to convert something from this as well. So many teams breathing down each other's necks here towards the stadium. A fitting finish potentially given where we are right now, Blank. It's on brand, it's on point. Well, where does it go from here? Tony K with a quick pop of the stims, get himself back up. Surf going to start coming in as well, ushering those teams forward. We saw that recall play from Alpha 7. They do reset the squad. At least 2 of them alive and kicking. A duo is better than just one. How far can they take it? The Arena lobby leaders right now with the Elims 9 under the belt. Tiamba fell earlier. Wolves with a backstab coming up swiftly on the Nongqin. That's an opener from Elementrix, but TT get line of sight, and the scrap continues. The first Wolf shut down as the response from E-Arena's good.
E-Arena not been slow bounced at all. They want to get thick into the action. It's a good nade, bounced off the wall, not quite finding connection though on towards them. But Wolves, they are down on their feet, looking to get the reds off as quickly as possible. Slonic going very low. E-Arena looking for these flushes now. Emergency cover flares brought in because this is an emergency at the moment. One nade. Brother. Oh. Trade off there, Slonic low. Tonic getting him back up again. Elementrix goes down to some shrapnel on the side. E-Arena looking to clear out space though. They know they have to do this. They were here very early on in the game. I like how much presence they're showing here.
Carrillo again, getting stuck in for Alpha 7, but they take some hefty blows as Sleepy from Hora finally gets his revenge for the start of the game. This fight just doesn't stop either. Wolves up against E-Arena for so damn long as they finally buckle under the pressure. Wolves out of the running. Alpha 7 once again left with a solo. Ida taking the hit towards that reigning champions in Yangon.
Yangon's been playing real slow into this one too, but for E-Arena, it's good to see. Feels almost like the torch has been passed down from Vampire now to E-Arena. This Thailand team doing incredible work so far. TT Project look to get themselves out of this awkward situation. Alpha 7 still up and kicking now. But down to one player. 7 elims on the map, it's not bad.
There's 14
But it could be better here.
area.
But at least they didn't go out with absolutely nothing.
No, there's
I think Alpha 7 will take that right now.
Good pods.
But goodness me, so many teams are afraid to head over to the stadium now just because it is fairly locked down on these outer edges.
7. Oh no! They have to go to zone.
We do have a circle on our hands here. A lot of teams on that eastern side quite pleased with how this has worked out.
Teams outside zone.
Razy and Razak, the famous duo from Indonesia, now looking to pump up a little bit more damage. Mormon grabs up the old master at the moment because he has been putting in work.
He's
13 elimination
make
added now. A chicken dinner here would be fantastic for the point tallies.
He's not gonna make it.
The end finally arrives, try as they might to keep themselves alive in our opening game. They did well, like you say, Blank, to at least draw a few more points out from it. But it finally bites the bullet on the wrap back over to Stadium. But like you say, E-Arena right now, ruling the roost with some of the fights they've been able to pick off on. Softening up the competition that's been coming their way as well. If they can lock this down, could be in a very tasty position. Already 14 elims. How far do they take it? And what a Godlike do here? Effect with the clap back. Good for one. Nice nade from S-Power, but Ephes tries to hold on to it. An intense encounter between these two sides. Godlike down to 2, but S-Power making the difference for now.
Godlike on our edge is a top position to be in. S2G on their sideline. S-Power makes it look easy, but Joker from a distance, stopping these teams in their tracks. The proactivity from E-Arena has been insane so far. There's not a fight that they have not been unwilling to be a part of.
If they get line of sight, you best duck your head down because E-Arena are absolutely farming in this battleground right now. S2G, heavy hit coming over the Hustler crew. You got the off angle set up, looking to take pot shots down and save it. Kamikaze trapped behind the vehicle. They want to close the gap onto it. S2G going in aggro, Vitality in the distance as well. Kamikaze with a single knock, Loco, drop back down, trapped behind the ridge.
AZM, you can hear his jammer pack just went out just then. Now needs to get a move on. S2G, they post up. AZM taking a huge amount of damage. The blue might just do the trick here. We'll take him out. S2G with 9 elimina on the game.
To give the points to others, but that's good.
It's crazy the sheer distance we're looking at as well. 9 elims being second place, 15 points for first right now, and the split on the actual minimap is insane with what we've been set up with. The only team that's looked comfortable realistically has been E-Arena from the position they've been in.
Oh, given a single inch right now, and they have cleared out the entirety of the northwest side. Now they can pretty much shunt most teams down towards that southern edge. Schweppes opening up onto GS once again, and they are just swarming on them. Another goes down in Malik, and E-Arena looking for more and more points. 17 elims. Can they go further? Can they hit the 20 bomb?
Well, finally, it seems like someone's willing to test them. E-Arena taking casualties, but they're looking to reply back. They will keep themselves alive with Tourniquet, it seems, over at the stadium. Midst Vitality pushing on to S2G. A back and forth fight, a quiet game otherwise for Vitality. They were playing their cards close to their chest, but they've got to fight for control right now.
Looking for the royal flush over towards S2G. All 4 players down potentially.
Zone is also closing in, so let's see. How does it go?
One nade in hand, it's going to be important. One quick spray over towards S2G. Quickly drops back down to his belly. More damage. I mean, he's hitting every shot. Just continue with it.
Yeah, he's gone. Now just one left.
The numbers
And
dwindling
then
for
closing in.
M2G.
No HP.
Peek round
Yeah.
the back of the rock and Axel
Total ball.
hits it swiftly.
Eliminated.
Goodbye, good night. They're down as Vitality start to get some energy going their way.
EA left with
Meanwhile,
4
Ida
people and
taking it straight to the face of the
EWC.
reigning champs. Yangon inside
gets
the back of
fired
the warehouse.
for them.
Emre incredibly low and Vitality smelling the blood in the water. They can wrap off, play this safe, get into a better position. But can Yangon hold on?
Emre flexing those big muscles here
No,
inside the warehouse.
no
Nate starts to go
foul.
through. Romeo
How does it?
in a difficult spot now. Will swing outside. Desperation play indeed, but doesn't find the switch up.
They have to look.
Rita
Oh,
moves
one
up,
knock.
smile goes down. Ida putting a frown on the faces of Yangon Galacticos. Last play incredibly low. Romeo is out.
Yeah, they finished.
They fall
That's how we
down
play,
and out
man.
in Rondo. And one by one we whittle through our squads. The only fight we've seen taken to E Arena
5 team left.
them in a position with 2 players knocked. They reset from it and continue to live on. You asked the question, can they
Team
push
has
to
only
20
3
elites?
players,
They only
and
need 2
everyone
more,
else
Black.
have 4.
Could Vitality suck up some of the
Fly-
points as they do
fly-
advance onto the weakened
Fly
EO?
is closing in, man.
With the detonation on the vehicle, Vitality,
They're
you're going to have to
one
recover
bad
from
shot.
this swiftly. What's the decision making?
That's a rough one. Rita playing inside building. Good burnout from him. Tries to get back inside, but good shots from Axel. Has been on an absolute tear this game so far. Good damage all around. Feels like a lot of the eliminations have been stolen away from him.
Yeah.
That is an insane pre-spray from Razy. Gets a lot of damage
Now
done
that's
towards
called a
Emre. He was
pre-fire.
not expecting it. Almost
Gone,
jumped into
gone, gone.
headshot.
Yeah, gone.
The flicks are crazy
Yeah,
from
another
Morales.
They're gonna rush
They're
him, man.
playing on a different pace of the game right now,
Yeah.
and it does work
One
out for
team finished.
Vitality to bring the thunder back down to Ida. Man with the quickest fingers in France.
Could
Only
not
4
believe
team
what
left,
I
but
just
they're in
saw.
a push
I
and
don't think
fight.
either could Ida, honestly. They witnessed that and it was terrible. Lufa will move up from Dobness, takes down the first player so far from the arena. They are down to 3. Vitality still sitting pretty with 4, and teams have to push out into them.
2 fights happening back to back. Stereo setups from our teams with Hora taking the hit straight to Vitality. Jiggle the only one keeping his eyes peeled over onto
Good
the
nade.
E Arena encounter versus Dopeness. They eat the opening nade. Schwepp setting up for another one, but on the peak takes a few shots, low on HP. No fear with the steal versus Vitality. Can Dopeness actually defend themselves now?
Great Molotov, forces him through the doorway, opening up the lines of sight. Now just one player left alive here, it is Speaker. E Arena need to break their way out of here. 19, if they finish this fight, they're up to 22. An unbelievable game. Speaker has to make the crazy play, and there it is. A 22 elimination game.
Ten players.
First match of Group B. E Arena is bringing it.
Both sides cutting up the bus.
Not only are they looking for an opening game win, they're looking to do it by sending a message. And for Hora, they weakened Vitality amongst all this, but they were able to reset. Investing some of their utility, they're still alive with 4. Hora waiting on the steps on an off-angle setup whilst Razy scouts further back. No need to overcommit yet. Forced out of the vehicle though, tucks in behind the tree. If you fall to sleepy, it could get very awkward quickly.
Razy, play on the backside of the tree here, has to drop something. The cover flares, all that's left to keep them alive. E Arena pushes away over towards the northern edge. They're going to hold out here.
They have to go inside.
Aura coming in with 4 players. It's going to be hard to clean out this game here. E Arena though, they are on fire so far. This team is warm, ready to go, no fear. Time to put some more eliminations in the books. Vitality with a quick rescue. But can they make it back? They do. Goodness me.
They're in problem because
It's tense now. Fine margins between these teams.
they are not.
The raffle up to the top side.
Swept.
Yeah,
Playing it
they have
cheeky,
a height
Blank.
advantage, so they can spot.
Arena's looking for more eliminations here. They have
But
already
be careful.
done an incredible amount of work so far.
No
Joker
cover,
gonna
that's
head up
not
next. No one's taking shots. Getting the high ground is insane. The cover flares come down underneath.
Inside, yes.
Moment left behind.
So just found the other things.
is crazy. Jiggle moved down. Might have seen him though. Might have spotted him. Cover flares on the roof. You are wild for it. Jiggle, I don't think he's had any idea.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
No way!
Now he knows, Blank. Joker with a headshot unloads from the top of the roof. It's good damage onto it.
They have full control over this one. The emergency cover flares drop down, now give them incredible peaking advantage up against Vitality. A little tank here and there, but goodness me, the Blues going to push them out to the open. This is more eliminations for E-Arena. They have the perfect setup.
You have entered E-Arena's arena at this point. The gladiators here in France as they are ruling from the top side, control of the ground floor as well, with Mormon in position. And Vitality know that they are forced to advance eventually. You're exposed either way. And Joker's looking for the peak back towards the warehouses. How far can they take it with the Elims? They look for more decent damage. There's another knock from Schweppes.
Instantly trying to flush out on that one. 24 in the bag. Blow up the vehicle. Don't let them go any further on the back of this one. Aura can do nothing but stand by and watch. M79 brought out to hopefully bring a train, but the rescue I don't think is coming for Razak next. Joker finds the peak off the back of it. Mormon holding the angle. But they're patient, they're real patient about it. But a nasty headshot Federalis saves the day here. Joker has to not be greedy. That tree saves his life in that moment. The sightline just not quite there. Oh, Mormon.
That's the issue, Blank. The duo so heavily focused at the cover flare setup on the roof side. If they leave themselves exposed, can Mormon steal this away from the ground, draw the crosshair off?
Come on, please.
Duo so heavily focused at the cover flare setup on the roof side. If they leave themselves exposed, can Mormon steal this away from the ground, draw the crosshair off, and guarantee himself something to play with?
Stage 9 now. It gets spicy. Center dots towards this loot crate. E-Arena may need to drop down at some point, but let's see what they can get done in the meantime. Vitality playing it slow, but will have to move. Even more emergency cover flares dropped.
Building themselves barrier after barrier. Oh, shot down again. Joker gets the peek out. Federalis cowering close towards the limited cover he's got, but no fear, sees an opportunity and swings round. Federalis with a hold. Some clean connections in the past couple minutes here.
E-Arena, they see this, they know the knocks are going through, they're looking to send nade, they feel like they're rage, it's on target, a bit of chip damage. Razy has to back out, one more nade over the top, it looks on target, there, it's unreal from up on high. They are dropping bombs down towards Aura. This is insane work. Sky goes down. More eliminations available here. Might take them to 29, Jackie.
One away from the big 30. And there's only a single member of the squad left to try and fight against them. The dream of E-Arena on Rondo, as they've been living their movie. Elim after Elim. And Sleepy is all that remains between them and an unbelievable game one.
Schweppes looking down upon their arena, their stadium. What a ridiculous result here for E-Arena. It has been sublime from start to finish. The circle begins to close. We're getting right into those final moments. Just one more minute before it all finishes.
Coming down to the bitter end, Sleepy